Fight Time Network. Welcome back to Fight Time Network. We got a special event this weekend, UFC 314, Volkanovski versus Lopez. Before we jump into this video is brought to you by TKO Roofing. They've been knocking out roofs. Don't let your roof be the underdog. The owner is Cody Wilson, who holds a belt in Cage Thunder here in Ohio. They are out of Broadview Heights in the Cleveland area. Hit them up for all your roofing needs. Starting out this card, also let me check this in. We also got a guest, Moises Gonzalez, little
What up?
TikTok personality, little MMA picks. How you doing, Moises?
Doing great, guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
Hell yeah. How you doing, Lee?
Pleasure. Doing great, man. We're removed from Vegas 105. You hit some massive plays last night, and we are going to smash 314 like it didn't know what's coming. Boom. Let's go.
Let's kick this off. Open it up. UFC 314. Nora Carnale versus Haley Cohen coming in at 7-3, and Nora's looking at 8-2. You start off this card, Lee. What you got, man?
I got Carnali on this one, man. I love that line that she has at minus 160 sitting at right now. There's tons of value on that. She's got a win over Jocelyn Edwards that aged really, really well because Jocelyn Edwards has been getting consistent kind of lately. Cowan hasn't got it done in the UFC. She had a split decision on the Contender Series. She lost to Jamie Lynn Harth, which really there's no shame in that. But ultimately, the striking's just not there for Cowan. She's going to need to rely on her grappling if she wants to win. And Corneli does have a weak takedown defense, but Cowan also has a weak accuracy. So with the evolution that we've been seeing of MMA striking, where those wrestlers are not getting what they want, I think we're going to have Cornell have a victory. Smash her money line at minus 160.
I'll agree with you there. The only thing that scares me a little bit is Cornelius' takedown defense. I think she'll be able to keep her at bay, though, and keep her the distance because her boxing is just magnificent. She's really good at getting into the pocket and getting it back out and keeping them at distance. I really feel she's going to be able to do that with the takedown defense. What do you think on this one, Moises?
I agree with both of your guys' picks. I'm picking Cornoli too. I'm sorry if you guys hear me screaming in the background. I apologize. You know what? I know her last fight with Calvacanti. It wasn't that crazy of a loss, but I know for a fact that since she has those 6 wins by knockout, and she does have those first four. She has 4 first round finishes as well. But you're absolutely right. She doesn't have that good takedown defense, but I know with her striking, she can keep come on away, like keeping her at a distance, and for sure she can definitely get it. I can see her getting winning by decision.
Moving on to our next bout, we got Trajan Gore, 6-2, coming against Mark A. Tulio, 13-1. I'm taking Tulio here. I've never been really impressed with Trajan Gore's career ever since he was on the Ultimate Fighter. What do you think
Agree.
about this one, Moises? Pipe off.
I agree with you 100% on that, bro. Trayshawn Gore, he does have potential. Don't get me wrong, he does have
Mm-hmm.
potential, but I feel like he just needs to get out of his own way. And Marco Tulio, he's good as well, but I know he's a good prospect, and I know he can get into the top 15, but I don't see him going more into the top 10 area. But for my pick, I am going to go with Marco Tulio on this one.
How about you, Lee? What you got, brother?
You make a good argument, Moises, but I'm going the other end on this one. I have faith in
Go for
Gore
it.
to get it done. So with Tulio coming in off of the Contender Series, I mean, Pitiero doesn't count, man. That was just lambs to the slaughter. We knew what was going on there when he got that fight.
That's
So
good.
the statistics of these guys coming in off the Contender Series has not been that great. So in my mind, this is Trayshawn Gore is his official debut, and ultimately, I think Gore's definitely got a chance. He's got a 75% takedown accuracy.
He's gotten better.
And
I'll give you that, Lee. He
Yeah,
has
he did.
gotten
He did.
better. He's
His
learning.
and
guillotine
those
is really good too.
guillotines are just absolutely mean. So, I mean, he does have a shot if he can get past the power and those hands of Tulio. And I mean, The under 1.5 is at minus 115 right now, and that's probably the best lean. That's probably for the most value because Tulio does have a good shot at this, but I don't think Gore is as counted out as people are going with. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on that Gore money line, but I'm going to go heavy on the under 1.5.
Got you.
Awesome.
Trayshawn Gore coming in at a plus 260 right now. So if you all agreemently like what he says, that's hell of a bet.
That's it.
No
That's it.
com.
That's a good one. I like that
moving
argument.
moving on. Flyweight bout. Oh boy. Oh boy. Su
Sumodaji.
Mudaeji. Mudaeji.
Sumodaji.
Sumerdeji.
Sumadeji. 16 and
Yeah.
7 coming up against Mitch Raposo 9 and 2. I'm leaning towards Raposo on this one. We're back. If you could get me swing, maybe Lee, what's your thoughts?
Raposo, I kind of agree with you on there. I mean, he came off the Ultimate Fighter. He got cut after he made his debut from the Ultimate Fighter. He took a couple of regional fights. He worked his way back. He got a split decision with Andre Lima. So one judge's scorecard thought he beat Andre Lima, and we all know how dominant Andre Lima has been on the scene lately. Sumerdeji is on a 3-fight skid. He's losing to old timers like Tim Elliott and Matt Schnell. So I don't understand how Raposo is a plus 160 in this fight, given that the fact that Surmadaji is on a 3-fight skid against those guys. I mean, fair game with Charles Johnson, but the other two, plus 160 to take Raposo's money line is absolute fire. I'm hammering that one for sure.
Agree with them.
What you got, Moises? What your looks
I
on
did.
this?
I
Big
agree.
take?
I agree with the Raposo pick because people are counting him out on this, and I know. What's his name? Sumudarji, or however Lee said it, right? He has his loss against Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. And honestly, Raposo, he actually has is out of his last 5 fights. 4 of them were all well, 3 of them were KOs. One of them was a submission. And I know 2 of them were in Cage Titans, right? And then I know he did lose against Lima, and but we do just have to see more about his, because he's more well rounded than Sumerdarji. I'm gonna be honest, and because Sumerdarji, he's just basically a striker. And Raposo can mix
Yeah.
it up, level change, maybe clinch him on the fence, and from there I could see him getting the dub.
Hell yeah. Moving on. This is going to be a very interesting fight. Cedricus Dumas, 10 and 2, coming against Michael Ulukyesic, 19 and 9. What's your thoughts on this, Moises? I'm kind of looking at running into actually Dumas by decision, possibly.
You know what? I was gonna go with that, because I know homeboy over here, what's his name, Michael Mitchell, or I don't know how you want to say it, but I say Michael. But
Olin
he does.
Sejcek.
Oh,
Look,
oh,
you
oh,
six what I say,
Alexei.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Olin
Alexei.
Sejcek.
Awesome. Thank you so much for helping pronounce him, bro. Because sometimes I'm over here like, you know what? I'm gonna go with Michael, and I'm gonna just, that's how it's
I got a
California.
broken jaw and I'm Canadian, so I butcher them too.
You know what? But the only reason why I agree with Dumas that he can get it by decision, I just feel he needs to be careful with Oleg Kasechek, because he's pretty reckless. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason why I feel like he won't get the dub, because he gets pretty reckless. He does have a lot of power. Dumas just needs to be careful not to get clipped in those 3 rounds. And I really see Dumas actually securing it with the decision.
What you got, Lee? You thinking the same?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Dumas 3 in his last 5, and one of those include a major win over Cody Brundage. Ola Jacek is on a 3-fight skid, and again, this is 2 in a row where the guy that's not on the 3-fight skid is not the favorite. Dumas is the underdog. He's plus 170. So the decision will probably be even more value than that, but plus 170 for his money line is incredible value. That's going to move later in the week. So when this posts, hop on that now.
Yeah. I like that.
Alrighty, moving on to your prelims, and they're actually starting out with a banger. Jim Miller again. Jim Miller coming in at 38 and 18 against Chase Hooper, Man, I love this boy coming up, seeing him grow up. 15, 3-1. I really seeing this fight going the distance. What do you think, Lee?
Man, they're really feeding Hooper every last geriatric they can get out of the UFC, can they?
Oh
Like
my.
they they give him Clay
Guida?
Guida and now they're giving him Jim Miller. But
That's
of course,
wild.
Hooper's gonna get this. He's 4 in his last 5.
Yeah.
There is a possibility, like there is some pathways to victory that I could see Jim Miller
Oh yeah, for sure.
getting, but he's going to have to dig deeper than hell and China combined, man, to get there. If he's gonna, pull off a submission on a mistake that Chase Hooper is probably not likely to make, especially in the grappling. Could he get Chase Hooper with the hands? It's possible, but very, very unlikely. Hooper's definitely got this. I like your call, Brendan, with Hooper by decision. But if you wanted some guarantee, when the over 2.5 it comes out, it's going to be around minus 140, minus 150, and it's as close to a lock as you can get. If you want to take a
Sure.
little bit of risk and go specific with Hooper by decision, that'll probably be some plus money. But
Oh
if
yeah.
you want that guaranteed value, that over 2.5, I think is where it's at.
You think the same thing, Moises?
With Hooper, absolutely, absolutely, man. His last 3 dubs have been subs, and you know, especially with Clay Guida, he made it look so easy in the first round. But I feel maybe not the decision. Maybe I feel like he's gonna finish in the distance. Just because
That's
Miller,
a
I know he's
possibility for sure.
he's a sturdy guy. Oh shit. Let me see. Am I still on, guys? Yeah, I'm still on.
Yeah, you're
My
straight.
phone. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I see where was I at with Miller? Miller, he's a sturdy guy, you know what I'm saying? And I know Hooper can try because I know he's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. However, I feel at this point he can get him in a sub just like he did Clay Guida because I know he's a sturdy dude. He can take hits. He has a chin, especially when he fought Bobby Green, man. Bobby Green tore him up, but he was still going, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I'm gonna sprinkle something on the sub by Hooper, but money line Hooper, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, just realized I skipped a fight. But before we get to that,
Elkin.
don't forget this video is brought to you by TKO Roofing out of the Cleveland area here in Ohio. Get a hold of him. It's Cody Wilson, holds the title at the Cage Thunder, amateur 145, I believe. If I'm wrong, Cody, you can fucking hate on me. But don't let your roof be the underdog. Call the champ and get your roof fixed. They do gutters and plenty of other things for you and your household.
Heck yeah.
Coming up next, I skipped this. My bad, everybody. Don't hate. Darren Elkins coming in at 29-11 versus Julian Erosa, 30-12. Two 40-fight veterans banging it out in the cage. Let's go, Moises. Take this one, boy. Mike
I
is
love this
hot.
one, bro. I love this one, man. It's like I said, they're veteran. Well, like you said, they're veterans, bro. And I like the fight odds on this too. I know Erosa is a minus 425 favorite. I get my stuff from ESPN, but I feel like Julian Erosa is gonna take this one, even though I know they're banging it out and everything. I know for a fact that they're both gonna go at it. I know Darren Elkins is most likely gonna try and clinch, get
Oh,
him
yeah.
to the ground. And obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. This is MMA. You know what I'm saying? But Julian, I'm sure he's going to go after it. And let's not forget this too. If Elkins takes him to the ground, and Rosa is live on subs too. His last 2 wins against Rodriguez and Ramos, he got subs on both of them and got the dub. So I'm gonna
Right.
go with the Rosa on this, and maybe sprinkle it on the sub as well.
Both these fighters are on 2-fight win streaks, hoping to clinch their third. What's your thoughts on this one, Lee?
Totally agree. Couldn't agree more. You took all the words right out of my belt. The 240 fight vets going at it. And Arosa's definitely proved himself in the last couple over stiffer competition. He's beat Christian Rodriguez, who's beating all the
Right.
prospects lately.
Yeah,
Ricardo Ramos, that guillotine was really impressive fashion victory. I think the safe bet on this one is the under at minus 115. You could probably
Ooh.
even get the no distance when it comes out at plus money. I don't know why it's not favored for this fight to go all the way, because it certainly is
yes,
not going to with those guys. Even a Rosa inside the distance would probably be a safe bet as well.
I like that. I'd lock that in soon.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna agree though. I'm taking El Rosa on this one. Not sure if I'll get into this with any money or anything like that, but there's a lot of other ones I'm more got my eyes set on this week. I actually already put in one bet, $125 down. When we get to it, I'm sure we'll catch shit over it, but I think it's what's gonna happen. I think it's what's gonna happen. All righty. Moving on to your pre-featured bout on your prelims. Jan Jianan, 19-4, coming up against the Verna Jandaroba, 21-3. Very feared Jandaroba. What you think on this one, Lee?
Well, I mean, we saw what Amanda Lemos did to Lucindo not long ago, and Jandaroba absolutely dominated Lemos, so that speaks volumes right there. Zon's given up splits to Mackenzie Dern, and she got crucifix, pinned down, knocked out by Carla Esparza. And I mean, that was a while ago. She's probably had like 4 or 5 fights since, but nonetheless, Jandaroba's grappling is going to absolutely overwhelm her. She's sitting at that ticket price of minus 160 right now. And for something that is so pretty well locked at that price, man, you put 5 units on minus 160, you're getting 3 back. And Jandaroba is probably one of the biggest locks of the card.
I like
Mike's hot. Gonzalez.
I like me some Jandaroba, bro. You're absolutely right. The grappling and the jiu-jitsu is going to overpower Jan, probably get her uncomfortable in the cage, and then that's I feel like she's just going to overpower her, especially the wins she has gotten. I know she has a lot of decisions, and I know she subbed Lemos, you know what I'm talking about, like in the second round. That was
Yeah.
beautiful by the way. And yeah, man, I'm going with Verna, money line on this one.
It's only a minus 155 right now, so that's actually a
Yeah,
good pick.
I got it on minus 155
Yeah.
too.
Hell
And
yeah.
my thought here is what my goes back to Jandaroba versus Jan Zianan. The way Wei Lee took Jan down and just beat the hell out of her. And Jan couldn't do anything. I'm sorry. I feel like Jandaroba's grappling would be better than Wei Lee's when it comes to being on the ground. And she got controlled. I was so upset with that fight because I actually backed Jan to win
I
that
did
fight.
too.
And I
I
was a
did too.
very upset young man. The way she got embarrassed. She break the brakes off her, dude. It was bad. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't
it
even
was.
close, dude.
All 5 rounds, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'll go with Jandaroba here, but I'm not going to count Jan out because I still like her. But
Don't be a little
I'm
biased
staying
there,
away from this fight.
man.
Jandaroba has made me lose money a couple times already, so I'm staying the fuck away. And Jan made me lose money too. So I am not getting into this one myself. You missing, Moises.
What was that?
Your
Hello?
video.
My video cut off? Hold on. All right, okay. There we
Hey.
go. Okay, cool. Uh, my phone just keeps going in and out, but it's all good. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling, guys.
It's all good. Here we go. Your featured bout of the prelims in Miami, UFC 314. Got Dan 50K Ige, 18-9, taking on Sean Woodson, 13-1-1. Mike's hot, Lee. I know you're a big Woodson fan. I'll let you lead off here.
Woodson. He is hey man, he beat one of my favorite guys, Charles Jourdain, in Canada, and I was live there to cry about it. So, but Woodson, he's a tall, rangy pain in the ass. He's got a
Yep.
weird style. He's got this big old odd head with his shoulders looped. He's hard to hit. He's got a win over Yusuf Zalal that aged perfectly. I mean, we've seen the same thing of how it's going to play out with Lerone Murphy and Josh Emmett last night. It's probably going to be the same thing. Woodson's going to hang out at range and he's going to run away with the fight. He's got 5 inches on Dan Ige. He's 6'2". Dan Ige's 5'7". So ultimately, Ige is going to try to find that power shot. And if he's not able to get it in the first round, this is all Woodson all day long. I don't think Ige is going to grapple, and even if he does, I don't think he has the submission prowess to take it to a finish. So I got Sean Woodson. Minus 170, not bad value to lay a bunch of chalk on that.
This is literally the only one on my sheet I have a question mark beside. Because you can never. I know Sean Woodson's looked great with his win over Padilla, win over against Alex Caceres, Jourdain, Bazooka. Between that, he had a draw with Saudi Dane. I don't even know that name. I don't even remember seeing that fight. 50K Ige has upset so many people's sports books over his career, man.
Yeah.
And I don't think Sean Woodson can take a shot like Dan Ige can't give. If he does hit him, I think he sleeps him. But
Really?
I really do. I think so. And
It's a big old head, man.
like I said, I'm just going to leave a question mark beside this one. I'm not going to have any money on it. I like what you said. Sean Woodson is really good, and he proved it in the last fight against Padilla. He will keep you a distance and will pick you apart and not break away from his game plan. He has been very disciplined in his last 3 fights, and he knows what he needs to do, and he sticks to his game plan perfectly over the last 3 fights. So I would take Sean Woodson, but I'm not saying it. What do you think, Moises?
Honestly, bro, Lee took the words right out of my mouth. I love Sean Woodson, bro. Like just the way that he ever since he got into this weight class, this dude was what he was like a heavyweight, right? And like now he's in this weight class now, and I'm over here like, bro, everybody like, and I love Charles Jourdain too, bro. I love Charles Jourdain. So when he
Mm-hmm.
said my boy, I was like, damn it. Like, damn, you know, I even told my wife too. I was like, damn, I can't believe you did that to Charles. You know what I'm saying? But I feel the same exact way. He does stick to his game plan. He's very long. Ige is the only way he's gonna be able to clip him if he gets in there. But dude, like Sean Woodson is so unorthodox. Like he's so like his style is so odd
Yeah.
that Ige is not gonna be able to go in there and try to get a good hook or you know what I'm saying. So his reach is outstanding because he's super long. His kicks are there. His strikes are there, bro. So I'm gonna go with Sean Woodson, and I am gonna dabble in this one because I love me some Sean Woodson.
Get it, homie. That is your prelims breakdown on Fight Time Network with Moises Gonzalez and Lee Kitiju. We're going to move on to the main card